Welcome everyone. This is Updawg-Yoga. This is where we practice yoga. I'm going to guide you through a yoga practice where we'll do some gentle deep stretch yoga poses. The first thing you should know is always breathe. You never have to hold your breath when you practice yoga. Breathe in through your nose and out through your nose. And the second thing is everything should feel good. So if there's something that doesn't feel good, feel free to come out of it. You can always go into it a little bit less deep. I'll try to show you a couple options for each pose and stick with the one that feels the best in your body. So let's get started in crocodile pose. We're gonna be face down to start with. Take a few breaths there to really tune in and tune out the noise going on around us. So you're gonna make a pillow out of your hands and just rest your forehead on your hands like that, on your belly. Okay, so shift forward, belly down, forehead on your hands, and soften your face, soften your jaw, connect to your breath. Breath in, breath out. Deep breath in through your nose. Deep breath out through your nose. We'll take about 10 breaths here in crocodile pose. Feel free to stay up to 2 minutes, 5 minutes. If you're ready to move on, rest on your chin, reach your arms out, and roll onto your right shoulder. So use your left hand to lean back. Ooh, I already feel some popping in my back. You can stay here, or you can bend your knees, reach back, and try to grab your hand. So the tricky part is you can't see your hand. You may be able to reach it, you may not. Just keep your head down, relax. Take a few breaths here. And then after about 5 breaths, slowly unwind, right? So back to that first position where you had your knees down. Come onto your belly again, and then switch. So arms out into a T shape. Rest on your chin, press into your right hand, lean back onto your shoulder. Now this may be enough. This is option 1, stay here. Option 2, bend your knees. And then last option, reach back, see if you can grab your hands. Deep breath in, deep breath out. Come back onto your belly. This time into child's pose. So hands underneath your shoulders, press up and back, knees together. Sink your hips to your heels, reach your arms forward, rest on your forehead. Spread your fingers wide, actively reach your hands to the top of your mat. If you need more space for your chest and belly, bring your knees wide and let your chest and belly sink down. From here, you can bend your elbows, bring your hands behind your head, try to touch your thumbs to the back of your neck, reverse prayer. Come back. Come up, this time to your hands and knees. Inhale, reach your right arm up to the sky. Exhale, thread the needle, thread your right arm underneath your left arm. So bring your right ear to your mat, press into your left hand, lean back into your twist. You can also reach your hand forward. So slow, deep breath in, long, deep breath out. And then try to stretch on the other side. Plant your left hand down, reach your right arm up, and then release back to tabletop. Other side, inhale, reach your left arm up to the sky. Exhale, thread the needle, left arm underneath your right arm. Rest on your left ear and press your right hand back, lean back into your twist. You can also reach your hand forward or kind of play with where you put your arm. Some people like to reach back and grab their clothing. And then come back up, right hand down, reach your left arm up, and release back to your hands and knees. It's time for puppy dog pose. So from tabletop, walk your hands forward, lower to your forearms, and rest on your chin. Your hips are still up, your chest and belly sink down. Spread your fingers wide, reach your hands forward. You can also try reverse prayer here, palms together. Try to touch your thumbs to the back of your neck, so on your chin or on your forehead. And then release. Back to tabletop. This time tuck your toes under, lift your hips into downward facing dog. So hands forward of your shoulders, fingers spread wide, tuck your toes, lift your hips, and drop your head, look to your knees. Press the ground away. Lift your hips up and relax your head, look to your knees. So more advanced yogis, you can bring your big toes together. More beginner, take your feet hip distance or as wide as your mat. Relax your head, relax your neck. So press the floor away. Okay, as you press your fingertips down, reverse shrug your shoulders away from your ears. Pull your belly in. Stay on the balls of your feet, soft bend in your knees. And you stay here for about 10 breaths. You're welcome to stay up to 2 minutes. This is a great stretch on your shoulders. You can also pedal your knees, so it becomes a leg stretch. And then this time we'll go into upward facing dog to stretch out our core and shoulders, front of our body, chest. Shift forward into a plank, and then lower halfway, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. So upward facing dog, your toes are down, your thighs are lifted, and your arms are straight. So you can look forward, stay here. If you need to lower to your legs, that's totally fine. Just make sure your shoulders are not in your ears. You're lifting up, so your shoulders are down and back. Sometimes it's nice to move around here, especially if you hold it for a long time. You can look side to side and get a different stretch. Ooh, I'm already shaking. Lower. Another way to do this is cobra pose. Legs down, big toes together, and you can float your hands. And then to come out of it, have a seat. Thank you so much for joining me.